just remember our original steps. That's it, right? And go. Yeah, beautiful.
I'm really excited to be working with Brian Brooks again. His movement is just really different from anything else that I've done. I love watching it, and I love trying to kind of learn how he moves. I see him show something, and I think it's so cool, and I just want to move like that. So I'm kind of trying to emulate him as much as possible and kind of find that for myself, how it feels in my body.
It seems like the two-step shift is just a little too much time. Okay. So maybe just like,
He talks a lot about using gravity, about using undercurves, about kind of using the circular movement where something will kind of go and come back around. So the piece really has this kind of flow to it, and all the energy is kind of recycled in a way, as opposed to a step just kind of like finishing and being presentational and it's done and then you go into something else.
What I'm seeing is there's a momentum from fourth, from your tour, the momentum from his landing that I want you to grab to take you into the air. So the end of his rotation on that landing is what brings you up.
It's really interesting because at the beginning of the Ballet is super dense and it gets so intimate. Like we're connected through like really small movements, and throughout the piece, the emotions and the movements, the choreography shifts as the music unfolds.
This is the last two, last 1, 2, go.
So I'll put my hands on Macarena's shoulders and I'll kind of give her an impulse for her to kind of undulate, and then that movement will kind of come back into my hands and push my hands away into the next movement.
It's more about I'm taking action first and he reacts, and then it's all the way around, and I love that. I love that.
So Brian took a section of choreography that he already created, and he's kind of going through that and changing it, making it different. A move that started off as just a lean where I have Macarena kind of leaning on my hip, then became something where we go to the floor and kind of rotate and then come back up in this kind of cool choreographic sequence that he really had us contribute to a lot. He gave us kind of, the concept of going to the floor and the general position that he wanted, but then he wanted to see kind of what happened naturally, what felt doable for us, and from that what he liked, and he kind of tweaked it and changed things from there.
He's giving us information like, I really want to see that shape, or I want to see that grabbing between the two of you. So can we make it work? Like maybe you can go down and you can stay attached, and you can let that arm go, and we're creating together in a way, always like having his idea in mind.
Nice. Good.
Working with Macarena is fantastic. I feel like she has a very similar approach to the work that I do. I really like her movement quality. She has a fluidity and kind of a lyrical quality to her movement. So I think that approach helps a lot, that we kind of have a similar idea in the way we move and the way we approach new choreography.
This is not my first time dancing with him, and I think we're getting to know each other pretty well. He's an amazing partner. He's so sensitive and he's always open, and as a ballerina I really appreciate that, and I trust him so much, and that's everything for me. The type of partnering is completely different comparing to classical ballet, or we're so used to have these sequences that works like always in the same way, but with Brian, I feel like he likes to find coordination and the flow in each sequence. Sometimes he's saying, like, Maca chases elbow, and then he reacts, and then it's like all the way around, this way to communicate that is not usually happening in classical ballet.
You have a lot more possibilities with the movement because you're not really confined by the technique and the form and the placement of ballet, although Brian does like to use classical ballet positions and steps as well. It's just some of those borders and positions are allowed to be broken and moved in and out of.
Sometimes in classical ballet, you're portraying someone else, you have to be Aurora or Odette, or in this case, I can be fully myself, so it feels so honest and real. It's all about trust and how much I can be myself. So it feels really nice to be just me, myself, and I. Sorry. You can cut that.
Ready? Here we are.